Let's get this shoe on the road. We'll bang through. It's OSW 96, the OSW Mountain Dew Gold Honey Mustard Barbecue gotta be Domino's pre-show, where we covered the Sunday Night Slam number 3, a Brucie Bonus Super Secret, the Raw before WrestleMania, and the pay-per-view countdown. The pay-per-view itself, WrestleMania XI, is coming Christmas Day. But before that, we got one piece of business. Another day, another dollar. Another dollar, another OSW tattoo. Yeah. So this is Marc from the Dirty Game Room. What do you see there?
He has got the ECW tattoo. It is on his leg, and it's very, very vibrant, and it is absolutely, unmistakably an OSW tattoo. So congratulations, sir.
Awesome.
It is fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Show us there, Jay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Amazing. I fucking love it. I still can't believe that this happens.
It's so fucking cool.
But it's awesome, mate. Give us the boys, Jay.
Ooh.
Give us the boys.
Give you season 1 of the boys here. Marc from the Dirty Game Room. He covers late 80s and 90s games and wrestling. Lawler. Oh, and also he pays wrestlers money on Cameo and asks them questions like, "Hey Lawler, were you sexually aroused sucking Brett's toes?" No, I didn't suck Brett's toes, but he thanks him for his hygiene. So he's very clean. But he said he put his foot, through manure and stuff, and it stank, and Brett contorted him to put his own toe in his mouth, and he said that was mank.
Kayfabe, I like it, Jerry.
Great use of 60 quid there, mate.
It caused me to lose my lunch. I threw up in the locker room. I had to go out and bring in my personal dentist, Isaac Yankum, after that.
Okay, boys stable. Who we got? Rick the Model Martel.
Yes.
Possible.
I was like, ooh, Roydie 91 Martel. Be pretty good.
Give me like tennis garbage stuff, they did this like highly gimmicked model era. I love that stuff. That's highly boyish.
And I love his atomizer as well. He'd spoot into people's faces. All great stuff. Bad News Brown.
What did he pull out of the cage?
Oh wow.
Possum.
I've been getting corrected for the last 7 years on YouTube about this.
Lol.
It's not a rat, it's an opossum.
Oh, okay. So, enjoyed that.
Me getting slammed out of it for 7 years, yeah.
Him and Duggan brawling to the back. Get in the stable, mate.
I wish he was great. I would like to see him in Stu Hart's Fed in the dungeon or Stampede with Bruce Hart on the pen. I'm sure he's pretty good.
Bruce.
Jake Roberts.
Oh, I can't have him, no. He wasn't a world champion, never a world champion, but he's way too respected. Cannot have him as a boy.
Incredibly talented.
Not a boy.
Yeah, like he's one of the best minds in wrestling.
Now, what about 99 Jake at Heroes of Wrestling?
Wanking a snake.
Wanking a snake.
Absolutely.
Putting the lady's hands on his tits.
Okay, we'll give you that. You can have kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty
You
Jake.
can have that version. 22, mate.
Randy Savage.
What?
Did that tattooing go to his brain?
It's a highly decorated five-time world champion? Multi-time world
He's
champion.
only one of the most recognizable wrestlers in the history of
The
wrestling.
mascot for OSW.
Yeah. Can't have him.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Is this real?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I think this is the guy who pays money to get funny
He is.
reactions out of people.
Oh, you think it's a bit of
I get this.
He can have the Dingo Warrior. How about that? Yeah. And Marty Jannetty. Party Marty.
Absolutely.
Marty's a boy.
But you're not going to get him out of my stable.
You've chained him to the padlock. What's it called? Where the horses dwell in the stable.
Paddock.
Oh, nice,
yeah.
Steve. Yeah.
So he's chained up in the
He's got one of those chains, the clasps around his neck. With the chain coming out of it.
Did you at least give him a salt lick?
Does it have Does it have the ball that goes into the middle?
Listen, mate, you can't have Jake Roberts, Savage or Warrior. But listen, we'll cut you a deal on this. How about
You can't have Warrior, but he can have the Renegade.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, and you can't have Randy Savage, but we'll give you the Genius, brother.
Yeah.
And not Jake Roberts, but you can have a Tonka toy of Jake Roberts. Anyway, yeah, man, thank you so much, Mark. The Dirty Game Room. Yeah, he covers late 80s, early 90s games and wrestling. And yeah, Jerry Lawler sucking toes as well. Big wrestlers. Awesome.
We are one tattoo closer to OOC's getting his OSW tattoo.
Have we said what type of tattoo you're getting?
I have. Let's get closer to it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Just want to shout out USA Network. Okay, Finn Balor, he's saying, hey, tonight it's me wrestling a garbage bag. See him there. Of course, our fans got back to it. He's like, cheers, Nathan, for that. And yeah, USA Network says, yeah, only if Finn can hit the coup de grace from Brett's rope.
Oh, yeah.
Bravo, the USA Network. Bravo.
USA. Wow, we sold out so fast. Sunday Night Slam 3. Off the top, Vince hawks the main event cage match between Lex Luger and Tatanka.
This must be killing you. He's everywhere.
He won't fuck off.
Jay, I swear to God, on the Raw builds, it's him and Lex on every show. Razor, nowhere to be seen. Diesel, showed up twice. Sean showed up twice. Fucking Tatanka and fucking Bundy and Kama.
Hakushi.
Every fucking week.
At this point in time, the last thing in my mind is concerned about injuries or career shortening. I want to settle this issue with Tatanka once and for all.
Tatty says, just like how Lex's ancestors caged his people and other immigrants, tonight he'll rewrite history. Low energy Lex sandbags the whole affair, saying it's best to get it over with.
By the way, I was going to say, I actually like this gimmick of pre-taped promos from a cage. I think they did it before Brett and Owen had their cage match, and I liked it then. I like it now. Adds drama, looks cool, thumbs up.
1 week out from WrestleMania, it's Sunday Night Slam, March 26th, 1995, from Stockton, California, recorded during a bulk taping session 2 weeks prior on the 13th, where they recorded Raw live, this, Raw before WrestleMania, and Raw after WrestleMania. Welcoming us is Vince McMahon and good old JR. Man, solid pairing, and we're all watching the 1 hour live version. This is USA's final WWF special. Watch the show, you'll see why.
I believe the first one was 2 hours long, the second one was 90 minutes long, and this one, you're getting an hour, fuck off, Vince.
Yeah, and in reality it was about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And here it comes, Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Our inaugural contest is Jeff Jarrett with the roadie in tow versus, turn up the lights. Oh shit, it's Bob Backlund.
No entrance Bob Backlund, lads.
Duckars waddles out in front with a gorgeous double underhook suplex and follows up with his old finisher, a delayed atomic drop. Nothing happening in 1995 with that one, mate. Mr. Backlund rolls through Double J's armbar and power lifts him up. Fucking great.
He's a beast.
Look at the strength here. Tremendous strength by Bob Backlund.
Backlund softens Jarrett's elbow up with arm ringers for the chicken wing later on. And I was like, oh man, this is sports education. Actually, hey, slow down so we can get our bearings. Hang on, is this a rare heel versus heel matchup?
I'm going to give you a title shot. Yeah, before...
All right, you're going to put the title up before WrestleMania. Congratulations, Barry Horowitz.
Jarrett wanted a layup against Barry Horowitz, but Backlund jumped him and signed the contract himself.
So, on a contract, I would have thought, wouldn't there be a printed name Barry Horowitz on it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know, say Messi is signing his contract at Barca, I sneak up, crossface chicken ring.
Ronaldo,
Yeah.
bam! Got your deal, motherfucker.
That's how it works.
Yeah, something's not right
No,
about that.
not fucking Gitsy, like Heskey, like.
What the fuck? Babyface Razor jumps in the ring, attacks Backlund. So Jeff Jarrett loses by DQ but retains the belt, which actually helps both of them because they're opponents at WrestleMania. Badman pays for it with a crossface chicken wing. Hyenas get in on it and start stomping him. Incredulously, Bret Hart helps Bob Backlund. And then 1, 2, 3 gets in on it too, and the babyfaces celebrate in ring.
1, 2, 3, cue the first minute kick. And thus far, we'll go to WrestleMania.
This was all over the place.
Oh, fucking hell. I was all in on this match, but it only lasted 4 minutes 50. Like, it's a match of convenience, so all of these lads can get on TV.
I did like how Razor trying to help Double J and Brett trying to help Bob Backlund. That was, there's something a little bit different going on there,
They actually repeat this spot in 97 right beforehand. Austin tries to help Brett win the WWF title, and then he fails, and he's like, Brett, you're a loser, because we would have had a title match at Mania, god damn it. So, yeah.
Okay.
I tried to go out there and help you, and you threw it all away because you're a loser.
Head Drinker Sione, Barbarian versus the $1 Million Corporation's Bam Bam Bigelow. Barbarian, he's all alone, no tag partner, no manager, but he does have a shark tooth necklace and skull and crossbones bandana. What kind of Protestant witchcraft is this? Sione tries to slam the Bam, but gets pressed to the mat. Vince says he can't handle Bigelow's girth.
There's beef. He almost drops him on his fucking head at some point. It was a bit scary, especially considering a Bammer was going to be in your main event of WrestleMania.
Whoa, big Bammy.
Bam alarm.
Slam the Bam. Sione hits a running scoop slam, so good times. Ascend to the top turnbuckle. Oh, is there any problem wearing boots? No, but he misses the flying headbutt anyway.
Didn't Sione want to wear the boots? It was Fatu that had the issue, yeah. So he's cool with the boots.
Yeah.
But over time, Sione has gotten worse and he's becoming more savage-like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, that's not really, but
Fat Man Ho Train Clobber. Just Ghetto Blaster. Very kind of Sione to beep back to his feet so he could actually take Bammer's trademark twisting moonsault. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and Bigelow is victorious.
Crossbody off the top. He's got the leg hook. 1, 2, 3, that's over.
A decisive win in under 3 minutes. Better bleeding onto as Bam Bam's main eventing Mania. He points to his head. Bigelow says this Easter egg is gonna set you on fire.
it's not how eggs work.
I'm gonna overcook you. I will be a delicious source of protein. Vinnie Mac and his big stiffy chats to WWF champion Diesel. JR hawks Skittles, but sadly it's neither fruity, or delicious.
Oh, fruity. Delicious. Fruity. Oh, they're fruity. They're Skittles.
Chuck Bang says, this is my first WrestleMania, and this is my first defense at WrestleMania. It's like, yeah, that's how your first time works. It's first of everything. Vince muses if this will be his last title defense at Mania, which it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't take Sean seriously, complimenting his tenacity, and he's flattered that he had to go out and get himself another bodyguard. HBK comes out, he's hot, saying he earned everything he's got, and WrestleMania 11 will be the start of a new generation. Weird babyface fire here. Sid says, HBK, he's gonna break your heart, and I'll break your back.
Yep, that works for me.
He's gonna break your heart?
Like, as in your spirit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like Truck Bang, he just wanks his glove in response. Sean ends it saying he'll give a performance of a lifetime. Everybody knows it. You know it, I know it, the fans know it, especially Vincent K. McMahon. That was a cool nod to Vince being the owner there.
Yeah.
And you, more than anybody, McMahon, most assuredly knows it.
What do you think of that?
It was all right. It's nice that the match got some build on
It was nice
TV.
that your world title match of Mania got some build.
Yeah, watching this, I'm like, I just think Sean is great. And it just makes me want Sean to win more. So it makes me like Diesel less every time I see the two of them.
What do you think?
Of the interview?
Do you have anything on it?
No.
No. Okay.
It happened.
We got to buy the ring crew some time to erect the cage, to fluff the cage, to stiffen the cage, to harden the cage. So, WrestleMania 11 report with Todd Pettengill. It's getting more media attention than the OJ trial.
Stretch limo, spotlights, more media than the OJ trial.
And it's like, wow, like they're trying to shoehorn it in. They couldn't get it in this WrestleMania, but they would at next year's WrestleMania with Goldust versus Roddy Piper. They do the chase with the Bronco and word not do it. But you can splice it here. And we also got a clip of the Detroit Lions' Chris Spielman saying to Tonka he's like a cigar store Indian.
I thought he was the best one, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, I did. Shit.
He can, like I said, he can be bought and sold. He's like a cigar store Indian. That's what I think. I mean, you can put him one place, buy him. Hey, let's move over here to Tonka.
And it's time for your Sunday Night Slam main event. It's the $1 Million Corporation's Tatanka versus Lex Luger in a cage. It's V1's boy versus OSC's boy. The blow off to the Lex Tatanka feud from SummerSlam 1994. You want to know how Bull Buffalo's heel? He's wearing IRS's glasses. He was like, oh, amazing. Besides the cage, it's a regular match, so no DQ, but win via pinfall or submission or escape the cage, of course.
From the pay-per-view, here we go. Tatanka and Lex Luger.
The Supreme Mesomorph Lex gets WCW'd entering the ring. Undeterred, Lex hits a running clothesline. Can you give us different noises for Lex, please? And again. And again. I was like, oh, I've missed you.
Whip coming right at you there. Oh my! Side out and one more time. Lex Luger to the clothesline.
Kick.
Bow.
Deny a turnbuckle smash.
Bort.
Kick that misses Tatty by a mile. Man, he's not letting up. Throw Tatty into the cage. High elevation jumping elbow drop. And that was missed. Tatty hits a big knee to the abdomen. I love how Lex sells to Tonka eating a big boot.
Now whips him to the buckle and following it over. Luger got that big foot. He got it up. It caught the target in the face. It got him this time.
Luger hulks up with his WCW Lex Flex.
I love that.
Yeah. Taste one turnbuckle. Taste another. Big Jericho Bulldog. Finish of the match. Fucking steamrolls Bull Buffalo with a big suplex. Big power slam. Power slam off the top rope. And Brett's rope freedom forearm. 1, 2, 3. And the real American smashes the Native American in 9 minutes.
Tatanka has been knocked out. Yeah. Count him down. Lex Luger has won it.
What was the point of the cage in this match?
To keep $1 Million Corp out.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Just glad it's over. It wasn't terrible. This was okay.
That's what Lex was going for. Get it over with.
I think, we can probably say this is the end of this feud now.
Oh, you just wait, buddy. We all thought that Brett and Owen was over as well.
Yeah, like it's absolutely fine put this on WrestleMania 11 instead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This would have made Mania much
way better. Yeah.
I thought this match was pretty good. I thought it was heated. I thought Tonka was good. I thought Lex had a bit more fire than he has recently because he seems to be quite down because, his career's going down. So yeah, for me, this was thumbs up. I thought this was way better than the match that they had at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite part of the match, for some reason, I don't fucking know why, but they decided to have the referee on the outside of the cage, right? Because obviously if someone climbs over the top or goes through the door, then he has to make sure the feet touch the ground to say that they win. However, Lex said that he wasn't going to climb over the cage, that he wanted to beat the Tonka clean, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. So every time Lex went for a pin, the referee had to open the cage and climb in the ring, count, and then go back out again.
Scoot off on his arse.
What was that all about? It was so stupid.
Can't afford 2 referees.
Oh my God. So yeah, love that bit as well.
Awesome. Big match dip really helped keep my interest. This should have opened Mania, as you said, instead of the Blue Brothers. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, actually. Brett's rope forearm smash meant no torture rack. I was really sad about that. Maybe it's too devastating. Actually, Shao Kahn even took it in Mortal Kombat 11 to beat Kotal Kahn.
Oh.
Brah, but didn't do the Lex noises though. Oh, so we got 5 minutes left here. Close out with Salt and Pepper at their WWF recording session where they just horn on a couple of baby faces. Like,
This is the same shit that we got on Raw. Like, literally the same stuff.
Big Daddy come to mama. You're so crazy.
Actually, there's enough time to throw to a Bret Hart promo who shows us his whiteboard drawing of Owen, his opponent on Raw tomorrow night. There's a before and after. The before says, Owen's quote, "I'm really going to show Bret who's boss this time." And after is, "I surrender." And he's like bandaged and beaten up with a bandage on his nose. Anyway, that was a good crack. He was actually...
Sure, Bret loved it.
At the Fan Fest, he was actually in a booth drawing wrestlers. So, there you go. And Vince and JR see us out. What do you think of Sunday Night Slam 3?
Tidy. That's how I describe it. Just, get the job done. Psych us up for WrestleMania 11. And away we go.
Woo!
Easy watch. Nice and short. Nothing terrible on it. I did enjoy the main event. Yeah, this actually gets a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, agreed, man. Yeah, it was a good time. It was very, I love that. Yeah, 42 minutes. Get in, get out.
Get in.
Whip full of dynamite. A whiff of dynamite? Whip cordite and then you're out? Whip it with a bum full of dynamite. Lots of bums, lots of whips, lots of dynamite. Wow, we got a Super-Secret Brucie Bonus up next. Let's do it.
WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, will be the greatest pay-per-view extravaganza of all time. So long, everyone. Bye-bye, everybody. Coming at you, so pick it up. Yo, you better catch the bad boys are back.
Oh, to knock you out of the ring! You're cheating! I'm not cheating!
What do you got for us, V1?
So the last time out, we were talking about the WWF Raw game Strategies and Secrets, and I jokingly said, hey, I'll watch that. It'll be a bit of crack. And then Jay's like, I'm going to hold you to that. So yes, I watched the VHS WWF Raw Strategies and Secrets.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
Dying to hear.
WWF Raw
Kicks off with a very Attitude Era like intro. It's like wrestlers in a warehouse with like metal music and like meat on hooks swinging. This does not feel very 1995 at all. Obviously, this is where Vince got the 97 intro for Raw from. That's a pretty good start. It's very fresh. It's very modern. And it's hosted by Todd, so we're back into 95 again. No, Todd is great.
He had a nice bouncy bullet.
He did.
Hey everybody, my name is Todd Pettengill for Coliseum Home Video and the World Wrestling Federation. Thank you very much for picking up your copy of this exciting new tape, WWF Raw, Strategies and Secrets, the video guide.
I just think this guy's awesome. I think he's worth his weight in gold. They make him do some absolute shite and he usually shines, So he talks about just how games in general are getting bigger and better and more...
Raw bucks the curve.
...difficult. And he says, well, if you think games are getting bigger, this game is the new gen of video games.
WWF Raw represents the new generation of video games.
Red
quite
fucking
accurate.
flags. So he talks about the characters, the different characters that you can pick in the game, and how he'll give us a code that we can change their stats. So that if you want to pick Bret Hart, who, by the way, listen to this shite, speed 6, strength 10, stamina 5,
What?
weight 5. Right away, your game is bollocks, mate.
No.
Anyway, so he goes on to give us tips throughout the show. Tip 1. Always do a drop kick at the bell, because sometimes you may get lucky and you may be able to get a pin right away.
I'll tell you what. I got a pin with Lex Luger versus Brett by doing, he has some strange...
This had to be in a video game.
Yeah. He does a strange kind of suplex into some kind of knee drop or something. You basically land their neck on your knee. You bring them down and got the pin straight at the bell. And I've never forgotten that. So I'd never tried the drop kick one time.
Wrestlers come on and they cut promos in character and they tell us how to do some of their moves and what their super is and what their mega move is. So first up is Razor, who goes back to 92 slow Razor promo. I was pulling out my fucking hair watching this. It brought me back to the kind of first shows of our arc and how the both of us got heat because we thought his promos were shite and people were like, oh, he's amazing, just wait.
Yeah, how does he pronounce Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo. I don't know. By the way, no one says Genesis, they all just say Sega. So it you know, it's like, and on Super Nintendo and on Sega.
For Super Nintendo, hit BAX. Or Y. For Sega, hit A, B, C, or BC.
Anyway, so Razor cuts his promo. He talks about
and not Mega Drive,
how to do the fall away slam, better pins, and how to kick out of moves, how to do the Razor's Edge. And then he goes on to tell us how to do his mega move, which is a mega spinning elbow, where he jumps up in the air, does like a flip, and then comes down with an elbow. I thought Razor was terrible here. This promo was absolute shite. Todd with tip number 2. If you're low on energy and losing the match, take out the ref, and then you can go outside, grab weapons, and batter them until the ref wakes back up and even up the playing field.
You can batter the ref.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
You can take out the ref because then when he wakes up, he forgets that you took him out.
My favourite weapon is a bucket. You can beat somebody with a bucket. That's pretty great.
Is it like a slot bucket?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like Fuji's wash bucket.
No, it's a steel bucket.
I think it's Doink's bucket, isn't it? Yeah, you know, like the one where you used to throw out the water
on Bruce Hart.
On the Bruce. Amazing. Next up is Doink. Man, he really, really tries, full of fire, energy, laughing at like every line. He was great. Tells us when you grab a chair, rather than swinging it, because it will break after the first hit, if you use the jab button, then you can get way more damage in. Then he shows us how to do the top rope whoopsie and his mega move. Do you know what it is, Steve?
I can't remember this one.
It's a giant toe up the hole.
Oh, when you kicked them out of the ring.
You kicked them out of the ring, yeah.
It's good. 3 points. Now, folks, that is a mega move. Think the NFL has a place for him?
Tip number 3, only do top rope moves if your opponent is less than 25% energy, because otherwise they'll just roll out of the way and you'll take damage. For some reason, they throw to random Raw moments also. This one, we get Razor beating Rick Martel to win the IEC title.
Oh, wow. That's taking it back.
Rick jumps too early and Razor has to lift him up to the Razor's Edge. Impressive feat.
The Razor's Edge!
Next up is the 1-2-3 Kid. And he is a fucking bitch. Cuts a quiet, meek, shitty promo. He's the worst out of everyone by miles. He gives us the worst tips. He's like, oh, I'm going to show you how to do an elbow to a downed opponent. Press A. I'm going to show you how to do a drop kick. Press B.
This is Salem the Cat level secret.
It's so, I know you know the secret of little bitch. I don't think he even mentions his mega, thus proving how big a bitch he is.
He'd never need it anyway.
I think his mega is some kind of... Most of them have this...
Yeah.
I think his is off the top rope.
Next up, we're back to Todd. If you have a wrestler in the corner and hit your 10 punches, always back away and then they'll fall, which then It gives you a chance to climb up the top rope and hit a top rope move to get more damage.
Nice.
Next up is Luna. She brags about being the first female wrestler in a game. She gives it fucking sucks. Oh my God. Her voice. It's horrific, but she gives it sucks.
In order to defeat your opponents, try some of these great moves.
Her theme song is awesome in it as well. It's like, dun, 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 dun. It's like, it's really good. What's going on here?
So she tells us how to do a DDT, top rope elbow, and her finisher. And her mega is a jumping,
spinning,
twisting elbow.
Yeah.
Tip number 5. Hang out at the ropes in a rumble match to backdrop opponents that run at you and never run in a Royal Rumble match. Tip number 6.
Man, that's good life advice, actually.
If you can take people to the outside of the ring, if you can just throw them into the barricade over and over and over again, you'll be able to beat them very, very easily. Next up is Brett with the world title. So I'm like, how old is this? So he tells us how to do a drop kick.
Maybe they taped Raw like 6 months in advance as well.
Probably. How to break out of a lockup. And his mega is a top rope 630 splash.
Top rope!
I know, right?
You can actually see, I'll splice you what happens when Bret Hart goes to the top rope. There's a clip of when there's a Bret versus Shawn, they go to the top rope and both glitch out and just go,
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Next up is Kyoko.
Wait, whoa, how does he speak?
Todd comes on and says, unfortunately, Kyoko refused to come here and do this because he was too busy eating. And so I'm just going to tell you his moves.
He was like in the middle of a 47-course meal. He just kind of snarled at me.
Diesel is up next. He constantly wanks his gloves through the entire segment. He tells us his moves, a double arm suplex. He tells us to side swipe the bucket rather than swinging it down because the same as a chair, it'll break after one go.
Remember, by swiping, you can keep clobbering your opponent till his energy is gone.
And his mega is a big toss up into the air. Tip number 7. When Kyoko is going to do his cannonball mega, if you run out of the way and climb up onto the turnbuckle, you won't take damage. Next up is the Undertaker. And Paul Bearer, who does all of the talking.
Awesome.
Yeah. In the ring, I use the urn to control my Undertaker. But you use the controller.
Man, what if they had like an urn-shaped controller? You like that?
Do you remember the chainsaw-shaped controller that came out for the GameCube for Resi 4?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to spend like 150 quid on it, but I wanted. And then the Undertaker tells us, my mega move is a running clothesline. That's lame. So yeah, clothesline. Raw moment 3.
Is that kayfabe? Is that really kayfabe breaking? Hearing the Undertaker telling you what his special move is.
Very strange. It's very like at least he wasn't like press up, down, BA or.
But he was delivering a pizza only a few months ago, so it really doesn't matter at this point what it says.
I do believe that they had Taker and his family do like an ad for the new Battlegrounds game, which, oh my god, I was going to buy it just for like the laugh, play it on Twitch, and then I saw how bad it looked and I'm so glad I didn't.
Oh no, Jesus. Can you not move when he's doing that? Well, that does not count, Chris. That doesn't count as an elimination.
Next, Raw moment 3, Lex beating Bammer. The end. Tip 7, more Rumble tips. Stay away from groups and never run again.
Yeah.
And last up, lads, we have the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He chews his gum like a fucking cow chewing the cud throughout the entire thing. It's so aggravating. So,
apparently that's Coke fiends. They have.
So
Sign of that.
he's like, I'm going to... No, I don't want to do that to the mic. That'll put off people. He tells us how to throw opponents over the top rope, how to break away from the corner if an opponent is going to attack you, and how to do his mega, the twisting drop kick.
A mega move that'll be certain to wipe away the opposition and look as good as me, maybe, is the super drop kick.
Todd sees us out, shills the game, tells us it's awesome. It's a new gen of games. Going back, got to buy here, back to bear, got to bear. And I just say, like, I had fun watching this. If I was a kid watching this and I had this game, I would have known this off by heart. I would have watched this a million times. So I'm actually glad I watched it.
Oh wow!
Thank you.
I was expecting vitriol.
No. It was total bollocks, but it was fun.
Awesome. Yes, the video that will make you a better video game player of WWF Raw and Sega. Oh man, sounds good. Man.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Good stuff. Hey, Super Nintendo.
What's that?
A rat, but it's
That was amazing.
Couldn't let it go. You did such a bad impression. You're like, I'm going to get this right.
And there you go.
Have fun and enjoy playing the game. Again, I'm Todd Pettengill. I'll see you later.
Ooh, Stephen, you're a learned man, a patron of the arts.
Vulture.
Sir, how was Donnybrook Theatre?
So I said, I'm going to sit down and watch Sunday Night Slam. And I pressed play of the tape that I had of Sunday Night Slam, the legal tape that I had. And all of a sudden, Todd Pettengill, he's got a megaphone, he's got, get up on him, he's in a studio.
Poopy pants.
There's a crowd. This isn't Sunday Night Slam now, is it? I think Jay's hoodwinked me again. He did. He fucking did. This is what, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.5 minutes. I counted. I was like, that's 8.5 minutes I want back. And you owe me. You fucking owe me for this.
Stephen, I've taken at least 17 years of your life. It's a super secret Super Nintendo Sega Brucie bonus segment. Donnybrook Theatre.
I don't know what I'm going to say. They don't know what they're going to say. There are no scripts. There are no writers. There is nothing but the brain and the imagination. It's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Who knows what's going to happen, folks? But it will happen in just mere moments. The world premiere of Donnybrook Theatre.
Donnybrook Theatre. This is WWF. They're always trying to expand out beyond wrestling, and this time into live skit comedy. It's back in '95, so they don't have to do this wrestling bullshit forever. That's why Vince, keeps doing the XFL. The WWF hates doing wrestling. That's all he makes money with. So here is a failed pilot from 1995. Here's 8.5 minutes of it because the rest has been mercifully lost into time.
Next time, just let us watch Marine 2 again, yeah?
With Ted Jr. Holy
Teddy
shit.
Jr.
That's a death sentence.
Act 1. Take 1. It was a hot and very dry trail they had just come off, and the men were coughing. The men were coughing and wheezing. Even the mighty Yokozuna was coughing.
Yokozuna. He's not sold on being a cowboy, but Fuge cajoles him to handle some guns and, put on a bandolier and chaps over his wrestling gear.
This guy was world champion a year ago.
Yeah.
Fucking chaps.
Question: Asians during this cowboy times are like, that's a bit dodgy. You gotta work the railroads. No, can't. No.
Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yeah, he probably works the railroads as well. Listen, it didn't go down well. That'll be good. Todd Pettengill tells us it's unscripted, but that's bollocks that he's booking it. He kind of prods them like, it's weird because it's like, okay, make an order for ring dings there, Zuna. And Yokozuna, Rodney here in his actual voice, he makes an order for ring ding.
It was the weirdest thing. Just big American. Howdy, partner. Give me some ring dink there, buddy.
What would you like to eat, sir?
I have a double order of them ring dings.
Todd continues to narrate. He just gets up in their grill, which just equates to him like prodding, hassling the lads. Like, oh yeah, the ring ding, it's garlic, but you enjoy it.
Oh, but Yokozuna liked it.
He liked
it very much.
He liked
He picked up the other one and began to eat that, putting down his cards.
Zuna stuffs his face with 2 ring dings, and he's like, oh, that's pretty good.
Well, I like this garlic.
Real American hits. Who comes out?
Here comes trouble.
Is this the original incarnation of taking the piss out of Hulk Hogan?
No, Billionaire Ted hasn't happened yet.
No.
Yeah, so it is. This is it.
This has spawned 1,000 boring segments in WWE over 25 years.
Pasty Fink. Howard Finkel, he's dressed up in Hulk Hogan garb, starts hot dogging to get booze. And Zuna gives him the safest, slowest bond. You can't even call it a bonsai drop. He just
gently lowered his hole on him.
Yeah.
To Hulk Hogan, we'll find out when Donnybrook Theatre returns.
The segment finishes with Zuna cheating and both gearing up to have a showdown at the Sushi Corral. And mercifully, the rest of the episode is lost to time. So, I don't know how long it comes across, but it was 8.5 minutes. What do you think, Ook? You dying for more of Donnybrook Theatre?
Yeah, look. It was actually mildly entertaining. It was.
That's the best review they've ever got.
I know, and it was down to 2 things: Todd and Yokozuna shattering kayfabe, I should say, which I didn't know he ever did actually. So that I was kind of taken aback by that, and that alone made it worth watching.
It's the second time that he's broken kayfabe on OSW, because we did have the clip of the cunty Smark fans, and they were like, "Hey Rodney, get that fucking camera out of my face."
Rodney, how you doing?
Fucking camera away from me.
Sorry.
His actual final appearance was Big Breakfast around 2000.
In 2000?
Yeah, do you remember the bird that was on it?
Paulie Yates?
Yeah, Paul. He's just, this is actually really close.
Denise, was it? Denise Van Houten?
Maybe.
Yeah, Van Houten. Yeah. She's wearing culottes, her feet are wet, but her thighs are bone dry. Anyway, I was trying to Millhouse.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. Anyway, he's on the bed with her in Big Breakfast, and he's chatting, and he's like, "Here, let me tell you something." And he goes, I was like, "Oh, you fucking dirty knacker." When he talks in his real voice, I was like, "Yeah, hey, come see us at wherever, Sheffield."
Oh, wow.
Polo right night, every night after the match is done. You heard me? Peace out.
And there you go. Yeah. So kayfabe Rodney just shattered. It's gone. It's out the window.
Kayfabe Rodney.
What do you think of this?
I thought Todd was great. The man is worth his weight in gold, and he usually shines through the shit. This was terrible, but there were things to like in it. In saying that, I was glad when Mean Gene told me that the last few minutes were lost, and I didn't have to sit through it. Yeah, Jesus Christ, Donnybrook. Whew. Vince has said that a lot, by the way, in the Raw build-up and on Sunday Night Slam. He just talks about Donnybrook all the time. Oh, we're going to have a Donnybrook here with $1 million corporation and the old NFL All-Pro team.
So it's
Donnybrook.
So it's just schmalls. So for schmalls. Yeah. So this was a segment shown on Classics on Demand before the WWE Network. Yeah, hopefully it makes the network at some point as a hidden gem. Or maybe not.
I won't watch it.
Yeah, it's fucking
unless
atrocious.
I have to for
OSW. He keeps saying Donnybrook Theatre. It's like Domino's. Yeah, holy shit.
McMahon, naive, beyond belief. What he was seeing right inside the ring. It's
Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! On Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre! Donnybrook Theatre!
Yeah.
Donnybrook Theatre!
Raw before WrestleMania 11, March 27th, 1995, from a Memorial Civic Auditorium in Stockton, California, taped 2 weeks prior, March 13th. Commentators are Jim Ross and Gorilla Monsoon. JR is hatless. Repeat, hatless. Back in WWF studios in Connecticut, we've got Vinnie Mac and suit-clad Todd Pettengill with a gelled back rat tail mullet. Now, it's tied back, so he kind of looks well-groomed, I have to say. Todd and Vince, their job is throwing to long, full hype vignettes for the WrestleMania matches. We'll get to the actual build on the pay-per-view itself, but here's some quickie notes I have from it. At the WrestleMania press conference, we hear the iconic HBK quote, "I will give you a show like you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can."
Fans, I guarantee you beyond a shadow of a doubt, I will give you a show like you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can.
You know, that's always shown about Sean. I also want to point out Vince's glazed over sex eyes when he's saying it, because he's like, oh.
He does it for Sean. He does it for LT. He doesn't do it for Diesel. I think that is the moment where Vince said, Sean is the guy.
I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating crisps.
No.
Yeah, Diesel, his eyes, he's nonplussed. And Sid is actually working, so he's always looking stern. Vince lauds Mania over other sports, saying their unique selling point is, we always deliver. I was like, now let's wade through a litany of fuck finishes. Like, we just saw Jarrett Backlund ending with a run-in by Razor, Rhodey, Brett, 1, 2, 3 Kid. JR is backstage with checkered bow tie Bob Backlund. Sorry, Mr. Bob Backlund. JR lets him flail around his limbs for 20 seconds until JR says, I've had enough.
And yes, I may procure the chicken one on him tonight, or it may be 6 days from now. Furthermore,
I think we've heard enough from Bob Backlund.
That's enough of you. Super short Taker promo. You can't hear anything over his purple eyeshadow raccoon eyes.
The end is at hand. It's time to meet your maker. It's time to rest in peace.
WrestleMania is just hours away. It's 6 days, Paul.
It's just many hours. Well, it's about 167 at this point.
That is just hours, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Finally, it's time for your one Raw match. Backstage, Bret Hart says he feels sorry for Owen Hart. I can't hear that after Lonesome Dove a second.
call. Sorry.
It's your Lonesome Raw match. No holds barred, Bret versus Owen Hart. Rocket WCW's Bret as he gets into the ring as Monsoon lets off a giant whopper. If this match goes an hour, we'll be here for an hour. Like, how are you out, mate? Raw's off in about 16 minutes. And you're not even in the arena. You green screened in. Have a look. Bret's rope corner punches. There's no rope out as it's no holds barred. Same with a giant hair pull, no DQ. And throwing Owen into the stairs, no DQ. Ref is just there to count the pinfall or submission. The lads bad news brown it and brawl to the back. They disappear backstage, but they don't have a camera, so they just come back out.
They literally go out for like 2 seconds, and I can just imagine someone there backstage like JJ Dillon, like, get the fuck out, we no cameras.
Owen takes control, cancelling Bret's backbreaker with a dastardly rake to the eyes. Follow up with a lovely Antonio Cesaro European uppercut and exposes the turnbuckle ring. But he who sets it up must take it. Pow! Sharpshooter? Poke to the eyes. Rocket follows up with a Jay Hunter back rake.
Yeah.
Finish of the match. Bret sternum bumps into the exposed steel ring and King Owen takes one too via a catapult. Oh shit! Owen's caught in the sharpshooter and submits.
And Owen Hart's giving it up. Boy, in a hurry. Boy, into a smart move there by the King.
Gorilla, wow, really saves face for Owen, saying it's very smart of him to quickly submit after realising he's caught in the sharpshooter to avoid injury.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Pretty good. This is probably going to get heat, but I liked it a lot more than their cage match at SummerSlam.
Yes.
Owen is great. Bret is great when they get a chance to wrestle each other and actually wrestle. It's usually fantastic. I would have been happy to watch this for an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, it only went 10:27, 10 and a half minutes. Biggest shocker here is that there was a clean finish. I didn't expect it. Really enjoyable, but went by way too fast. And the guys hoofed through it as, 10 and a half minutes. It felt much shorter, which is always a good sign.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, a new attitude for the former two-time WWF champion who meets another former two-time WWF champion in Bob Backlund in a matchup in which someone will say, I quit.
The final 5 minutes is a hard sell before Todd's half-hour hard sell. Jonathan Taylor Thomas hawks his previous work, clicking to footage of his TV show and his films. WWE have cut out those clips, and they kind of use a stock theme to cover their tracks. I thought it was pretty nifty editing.
But what I'm excited about right now is I'm going to be a part of WrestleMania 11.
But his finest appearance will be this Sunday at WrestleMania 11. And then we close with Bammer saying, Lawrence Taylor, I'll beat you up, I'll beat you down, and I'll beat you all around. LT, you're a squirrel trying to get a nut?
What the fuck does that even mean? He's a highly touted, amazing athlete. Put him over, Bammer, yeah? Because if you lose, then you've lost to a fucking squirrel. It's like wrestling 101.
Yeah, like Triple H Cena at WrestleMania 22, wasn't it? Yeah.
What happened?
The lead up to it was Triple H saying that Cena can't wrestle and then he loses to him.
Yeah.
Aha.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
So you lost to a loser. What do you think? Yeah, big thumbs up.
For Ray.
Yeah, Ray,
man.
What did you think of the very last line Bammer cuts? He's like, hey, LT, I'm going to set you on fire. And then LT will be a BLT. And then they all laugh.
Jesus. Are you hungry?
I legitimately just laughed at that.
Oh, wow. Awesome. There we go. Good night. We got to win. Good night, everybody. Raw's big sell was Bammer LT, then a bit of HBK Diesel, then way down we have Brett Backlund, Double J Razor. Only a passing mention of the tag match, Owen Mystery Partner versus Smoking Guns. Zero about the women's title, Bull versus Lundra. The Sunday Night Slam, number 3, aired March 26th. That same day in Tokyo was All Japan Women's Queendom Victory pay-per-view, where Bull Nakano defended the WWF Women's title. Do you want to hear about it? Tough shit.
I do, because I watched it.
Awesome.
Fucking great.
Brucie Bonus match. Let's watch some All Japan Women's.
また日本で、本当井上京子選手です。ブル中野選手との戦いになりますけれどもね。なるほどね。去年の1月以来のシングル戦ですけれども、頑張ってください。はい。
今回も行くぞ。勝負。
Inoue Kyoko. Can you give me a hi, Stephen?
What's her name, by the way?
Inoue Kyoko.
I did not know that, and I just called her Renegade because she wore yellow and red and had little face paint. So my notes, Renegade looks great here.
Kyoko, right? Yeah, Renegade. We'll do that.
Yeah.
For the WWF Women's title, it's champion Bull Nakano.
Hi.
Versus Kyoko Inoue.
Hey.
There is.
Bye.
The commentator actually goes, hi. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Hilariously, this match is to face Alundra Blaze at WrestleMania 11, just in case you're wondering who's going to win this matchup. Inoue, red and yellow tasseled get up and face paint. Yes, the Renegade. Yeah. I love it. Bull's in a brilliant white feather robe with toxic green fried hair, unveiling her Mania black and gold getup. Mania, we'll talk about that later. Dingu, dingu, dingu. The gals get into a corner for a suplex spot and they fucking botch it.
Bull lands right on her head on the corner of the ring apron and she's like... It looks so His head looks so sore.
Yeah. Renegade's like, I'll give you a minute. And Kyoko here runs up the extremely long ramp, pushing open these kind of cattle ranch gate doors. And chugla, shit clothesline.
出ましたよ、50メートル、50メートル。ダッシュして、うわー、すごい。全力疾走のラリアット。
Kyoko has an elevated bow and arrow. Nakano responds with Bull's Angelito and does a Senshi-style kick before her mortal leg drop.
That's a good name.
Bull's not over that initial botch. She's still pissed and gives her a few JBL-level lariats.
Yeah.
She's tying Kyoko up in a tree of woe. Oh, here's a few more, mate. Can you give us a lariato?
Lariato.
The two trade submissions, including a wheelbarrow shaky.
Yeah, a wheelbarrow shaky.
Yes, the official name. They think it's all over. Bull hits a DDT with help from the top rope. Slam into Tokyo Jam, but Kyoko... Renegade no-sells. She kicks out at one. Fucked.
Fucking one.
How dare you?
I'd batter her for that.
Inoue hulks up, hitting a sweet top rope back elbow. A gorgeous German suplex. Hey, that's a lunger's finisher.
Yeah, lovely fucking suplex.
Every bit as nice as a lunger's. And walkabout, sit down powerbomb.
なんとなんとうわー持ち上げたダイヤドライバー
Kyoko won't be denied. She's put over huge, kicking out of a second Tokyo Jam. But can she withstand a third? Bull does a top rope diving somersault leg drop. Fucking awesome.
Fucking Houston hangover, like Booker T's move from WrestleMania 19.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
見るぞローリングキロチうわすげえ素晴らしいすごすぎるローリングギロチン
And that seals it. After 1705, Bull is going to WrestleMania. Asterix.
Bull is going to Connecticut. Was she even there? Bull is going to Raw.
Wait, she was but Raw was taped, so that was taped a couple of weeks ago. So no.
Oh, fuck. Dickheads.
There we go. She was already gone with the company. What'd you think of this one?
I thought the first few minutes of it were really ropey, and I was getting ready to be like, oh man, the last time you watched one of these Japanese matches, it sucked. But then it got a bit better, and it kept getting better, and it kept getting better, and by the end, I thought this match was really fucking good. Bull was awesome. Renegade more than did her part, and this gets an absolute thumbs up from me. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, great. I did enjoy it. I thought it was superior to Bull's match with Blaze last time. But even though we see a great array of moves from Renegade, I don't think she works as well with Bull because there was no flow to the match. Like, there's a lot of individual moves rather than sequences. And when they do it, it's only like 4 moves long, you know. But that's a very small point. Tokyo Dome, Dave Meltzer, 4.5 stars.
I think that's a bit fucking high, but I'd give it 3.5.
Oh, Diesel Sean got 4. So better than Diesel Sean?
Similar. Yeah.
But it's just as an aside, I love the gifts you get for winning matches in Japan. Like, even competing, you probably get some flowers out of it. Bull, what does she get? A program guide? The trophy with a cup and a Christmas bauble.
Bauble?
A bauble. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
I don't appreciate the fact that they just cry after every match, though. Like, less of that, please. All right, Sasha, yeah?
All right, I was thinking Japan are really big into crying women.
Where's Japanese Eggman now?
Yeah, I gotta cut that again.
ね、まあ獄門島だったんですよね、よく考えたら。そうですね。で、今はまあ改めて獄門島の存在をですね。
どうやらもうちょっと先になりそうな感じ。はい
And our main event for the OSW Mountain Dew KFC Gold Honey Mustard Barbecue Gotta Be Domino's pre-show is V1 and the pay-per-view countdown.
Oh man, main event, a countdown with Todd.
Grammy Sunday, Academy Award Sunday rolled into one. It's called WrestleMania.
Kicks off. Todd throws it to Gorilla right away, who is outside LT's room. Todd tells him, hey, Gorilla, your jacket's awesome. What'll it cost you? And he just fires back, well, it was beyond your means, Todd.
Oh, what a cunt.
That's very fucking mean, Gorilla. I get the impression he's not a nice guy.
I bet you smell of piss.
Go up the garden, the smell of Benji off you. Then Todd throws to your mate, Stephanie, and her mouth. She is...
the chain chomp.
She is outside with the fans. She's wearing like headphones, and then Todd goes, oh, it's a shame that you're wearing them because you bought lovely new earrings and we don't even get to see them. That's it.
Question, did you like Todd's Walkman earphones at WrestleMania 11?
No issues. Why?
Do you like it? It was like big bang at night. It's so 90s.
I don't see why he can't just have the little earpiece like everyone on TV has had for decades.
Yeah, he's had it for the last couple of years, so he's like downgraded to needing bigger
it just looks
apparatus.
cheap.
Yeah.
It looks hokey.
They had to sell off the in-ear ones.
Times were tough, weren't they? Fuck, you're probably right. Next, Todd throws it to Stan Lane, who's at the Superstar Hotline. He says all of the winners of tonight's matches will be coming here after their match, so make sure that you call up with your questions to ask the winners. And Todd says, oh, there's Stan, there's the man with the 12-month tan. Very mean today. Next, Todd throws to Barry Dudinsky at the merch stand. Believe it or not, Todd is actually quite nice to him. He basically shills programs, posters, t-shirts, hats, and he says, everything that we have here for sale today, you can ring him this number and get it shipped to you, and you can be part of WrestleMania 11 at home in 2 weeks when it reaches you. Next, we get a recap of random people who sang at WrestleMania. Aretha Franklin, Little Richard, Ray Charles, Gladys Knight, Robert Goulet, Willie Nelson. That was nice.
No Rockin' Robin.
No Rockin' Robin, I'm afraid, Jay. Back to Todd, and he shows us the Stridex Pimple Cream Blimp, and then throws to a recap of the LT Bammer feud, which I'm sure we'll cover on the main show. Mm-hmm. Back with Gorilla, who manages to single-handedly keep the door of the NFL Pro team closed because they're very angry and they want to get at the heels like Bammer and Tatanka. But no, Gorilla Monsoon is able to keep an entire NFL backline in one fucking room.
They put him over harder than the NFL team.
Yeah,
holy
totally.
Shit.
Trying to maintain some semblance of order.
Totally.
That's amazing.
So then he throws to JR with an interview from earlier in the day. He's talking to Mongo, who calls all of the lads a bunch of cream puffs and that he can handle himself.
Baby, we ain't a bunch of cream puffs. If they want to bring it on, bring it on. We'll take them to the mat, baby doll.
You know what? He's really good. Todd throws to a video with Bob Backlund and Nick Turturro. Backlund is in a room screaming. He's giving out. He's wagging the finger. And then the camera pans back out and you see that he's shouting at an empty chair. And then the camera cuts to Nick and he's just like, this guy's crazy. Give us money for WrestleMania.
Are you listening to me?
Todd throws us to a recap of the Shawn versus Diesel feud. And then after that, we're back to Stephanie, who is outside as the fans around her are chanting for Diesel.
Wow.
I'm sure it was a spontaneous chant also. She throws back to fucking Barry at the merch stand, who shills more stuff. He has two unpretty ladies wearing the merch who look like they're petrified. So, he has them modeling the tops.
The hat's selling $14 here in the arena. That's a combined value of $24, but guess what? On the home show, you get to buy it for $19.
Todd gets the fans to cheer for certain names, like what Vince did at the when they bought Nitro, and he was like Goldberg, Sting, Jarrett.
Oh, thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah,
and he got the fans to cheer.
Yeah.
Todd does this, and he's like, "So, tell me, guys, what you think of LT? Big pop. Tell me what you think of Pamela Anderson. Massive pop. Tell me what you think of Diesel. Booed."
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's be worth checking this out just for that.
How about Hartford giving it up for Big Daddy Cool Diesel?
A quick video of previous celebs who have appeared at Mania. We got Burt Reynolds, Alice Cooper, Cyndi Lauper, Macaulay Culkin, Chuck Norris, Run DMC, Elvira and her tits, Liberace, Borton Jr., Borton Downey Jr., whatever the fuck his name is, Bob Uecker, and it finishes with Muhammad Ali.
Germany! Gunther! Where's Gunther?
Todd is talking to the international commentators.
Oh yeah, it's the first time the German ones are at ringside. Anything good?
He's just having a crack. He's like, so, like he has a talk with them and they speak German, and he's like, yes, I agree with everything that you said, Mr. German man.
It's like ich liebe eine große Currywurst.
Oh, I love a bit of currywurst.
Die Frauen sind einfach hinter dir her. That's what I was just saying.
Back to Stephanie, who's with Sean. He says that he has nerves of steel, and tonight he'll fulfill his destiny and become champ. And he says that he wants Sid to be out of control so that Diesel has a hard time.
I like Sid unstable. He's a little bit mental, and that's the way I want him. Big Daddy Cool, I can't control him. Do you think you can? I don't think so.
Next up, we get a clip of LT on Regis and Kathy.
Oh, cool.
He says that he's not worried about taking on Bam Bam Bigelow because he's a fighter too. He's been fighting for his whole life, and he takes on guys tougher than Bammer every week.
So you're trying to mix LT and Diesel, so it's like, hey, we're mates. I'm a star. Hey, rub off on me, please.
After that, they have some random fella who's dressed up as a wrestler, he's like, oh, I'm Bam Bam Bigelow. I've got a bald cap and we drew
that's fun.
10 on it. Yeah, it was a bit of fun. Taylor laughs at it, And then one last hard sell by Todd tells us to get in our buys. If we don't, when the timer goes to 0, the screen's going to go to black and you're going to see nothing. Please buy it. And we're out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the talk is over. The action's coming at you. WrestleMania 11.
Probably the worst countdown show yet. It literally, there was no crack to be had. There was no fun. It just literally felt that they were trying to get people to spend money for the entire show.
Was it a bit desperate?
Yeah, it really was. We didn't get to see any of a dark match. Didn't get to see people leaving the ring. Fucking nothing at all.
Where's Buck Quartermain?
So yeah, I was a bit sad watching that one. Wrestling should be fun. It shouldn't feel like you're just being pressured into buying something. But times are hard.
Oh wow, that was a lot of shit. Well, thank you, Stephen. That sounded terrible, really.
It wasn't great.
Oh.
It wasn't great.
And Todd couldn't pull a rabbit out of a hat with that one.
Nah, poor old Todd.
It was his mullet too long. He's lost his power.
You couldn't even see his mullet because he's wearing these fucking headphone things, and it's the state of it, mate.
Yeah, he wears it at Mania 11. It's weird. It's cheap looking. Yeah. And so that's fucking terrible.
Stay tuned for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Okay, and so that'll do it for OSW 96, the OSW Mountain Dew KFC Gold Honey Mustard Barbecue. Gotta be Domino's pre-show. I hope you enjoyed that one. We will see you next Friday, Christmas Day, for WrestleMania 11. It's going to... No, I don't know. You'll find out. Hopefully. Alright, so it's a goodbye from V1.
Take a boo.
And OSE.
Yep.
And myself, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you.